Okay, today we are going to make a symmetrical collage. This one I've worked a lot on, but today we're going to start. You can make your collage horizontal or you can make it vertical. Symmetry is something that we've talked about. It's what is the same on both sides. So we're going to create a center to our paper. First we're going to write our name and our teacher's name with a white pencil on the back. And then we're going to fold our paper in half. You line up the edges and then you press down in the center. That's going to give us our line of symmetry. Once you have that done, you're going to get one piece of paper and you can pick any color you want. You're going to cut a shape, and you can just cut a simple shape. You want to start with a simple rectangle or a simple triangle. You can start with something in the center. We're going to use this clay or this glue sponge to glue that down. Push that down and give it a little massage, and that's going to be stuck. Now when you create something that is the same on both sides, it reflects something else. So you can take a piece of paper, if you want to fold that in half and cut out two of the same shape, you can do that. It can be something simple, it can be something a little more exciting. Sometimes I just cut out a shape and see what it turns out to be like. That's kind of like a teardrop shape, but now I have two of them. They're the same. I can put them any way I want. I can think about overlapping colors. That looks kind of interesting. I can flip them around. Maybe I want them to be a different way, different direction. Those are all things that you guys can think about, and I want you to use your artistic brain to think about what you think looks good. Sometimes when we think about things, our brain will become more creative and it'll become a better artist. So now I'm going to think about what other things can I add to my design. I have another piece of yellow paper. I can cut this. If I want to make it into a triangle, I might cut it in half or diagonally, and then I can have a triangle. Maybe I can make that in the corners. Remember, I need it to be symmetrical, so whatever I put on one side, I need to do the same thing, kind of flipped over and reflected on the other side. I need a little more glue on that one. Don't push too hard with that glue sponge because then you'll get too much glue on your fingers, but make sure you get a little massage on there so that it sticks. As you continue on, think about different things that you can add on top. Maybe you have a smaller piece that you want to add. If you think about what would look interesting on top of some of your papers. And again, you can be really creative with this in all different types of ways. I still have this paper that I folded in half. I could create a heart by making a diagonal line. You cut into that fold and then you cut a rainbow or kind of a curved line. Kind of looks like an ice cream cone, and when you open that up it creates a heart. So I could use that, or I already have that line of symmetry on the heart because I folded my paper. I could cut that in half and now I have two different types of shapes that I could use somewhere on my paper, and that's going to be up to me to decide how I want to create that. When you're finished and you have lots of ideas and you can kind of see I've worked a lot more on this one, we will put these in the drying rack, and we'll also clean up all of our scrap papers. Some of our scrap papers we can save, like these papers I didn't really cut too much. Some of our papers we probably can put in the recycling or the trash. This one, it's actually symmetrical just like that. That looks kind of neat too. So we're going to work on this for a couple days and then you will be finished.